We're going to start up here at the front and work our way around. It does have a light for hooking up at nighttime. It has an up and down button for running the jack up or down, putting it on the vehicle or taking it off. There is a manual crank handle in the front compartment that goes through the top that will manually crank the jack up or down. For any reason it won't go up or down on its own. It does have the two 20-pound propane cylinders. Has an even flow regulator on it, so if you want to open one tank up and run off of it till it's empty and then have to come out and open up the other one, you can. Or you can open both of them up at the same time. It will pull from one of them until it is empty, and then it will pick up from the other one. It has one 12-volt battery on the front of the trailer. While we're looking at the battery, it also has a battery disconnect down here at the side. Since they have the 12-volt refrigerators, the battery disconnect, if you don't want the refrigerator draining your battery, you can turn to the off position, pull the key out, and put the cap back over the top of it. As we start down this side over here, we're going to go to the front compartment. It's a through compartment from one side to the other. It does have the BL jacks on all four corners with the TJ strong arms on them. Once the jack comes down and hits the ground, go about a turn past that, and then tighten up your T-handle for your TJ strong arm. The lug nuts on the trailer have been torqued at 100 foot-pounds. On the side of the trailer is what is recommended. 65 pounds of air in the tires for the air pressure. They also have the nitro fill in them instead of having the air. That is the power cord for the trailer. It is a 30 amp power cord. Blue light indicates that it has 110 coming into the trailer. On your dump station, the 3-inch valve in the front is your toilet water. The 2-inch gray valve in the back is your bathroom sink, shower, and your kitchen sink water. It also has an outside shower, hot and cold running water on the back corner over here. We'll go up to the top. It is prepped for a backup camera. It does have a park cable hookup and satellite hookup here at the back. You have a city water hookup that you can hook to with a water hose and regulator and never have to worry about filling the tank. And then one right beside it is a black tank flush, so when you are dumping your holding tank, you can hook a water hose and regulator up to it and helps flush out the black tank only. It does have a spare tire on the back. It's air ducted pressure, but it's not been torqued on, it's been put on with a wrench. You do have a gas connection here in the back for the outside grill. You also have an outside port sprayer, outside kitchen net, port sprayer hose here, goes into the connection there, twists, locks into place. Several settings on the sprayer end. You do have a outside grill that pulls out. Cord's hooked to it. Comes out and goes back and hooks to the connection here in the back. Does have a self-igniter on the handle itself. Pushes in, turns, and clicks. Will light the griddle. Usually takes 3 or 4 strikes before it actually lights. Gives it time for the gas to come from that connection up. And then you have an outside refrigerator. It is a 110 refrigerator only. The only time it works is when it's plugged into 110. There is a place for an outside TV hookup out here and a 110 outlet to hook it into. 2 outside speakers. Oh, the 2 low water drain points. Those will be used for winterizing and de-winterizing the trailer. And the trailer is winterized. 2 outside speakers. I'll just show you more about that on the stereo on the inside. 2 little tabs on the stove vent. Open up. Allows the flapper to flap so the stove vent will work properly. When you travel, you'll want to push those back down in place. Outside the furnace, sucks cold air in the top, hot air out the bottom. Fresh tank fill. And the fresh tank drain is the white 1.5-inch valve down below it. Outside of the hot water heater is electric and gas. Electric switch is in the lower left-hand corner. This is the drain plug for the hot water heater, and also an anode rod. that draws all the impurities out of the water to it, eats up that rod instead of eating up the inside of the tank. You can pop the pop-off valve here at the top to make sure that you have water coming out before you turn on either source of heat, electric or gas. Front compartment over here has your handles. The very top one is the handle for pulling your dump valves. The one right below it is the L-shaped one, is the handle for the front electric jack, and then there is an adapter for a cordless drill in the connection at the bottom for running the balance jacks up or down. Also has a dry erase surface out here so you can write your instructions for loading the trailer and unloading the trailer on the wall here, and it can be erased. Next one is the proper fit of the door steps. Door has to be opened all the way. Allows the steps to come out. The main thing on the steps is it has to lay flat in the threshold. You can achieve that by pushing in the little bar here. There's 15 to 18 slotted holes in the legs for any contour of the ground. But the main thing is it has to lay flat in the threshold. As we come in, it does have a working fire extinguisher on the left-hand side. The two round vents down at the bottom of that are for the furnace. There is two vents in one spot, which lets hot air come into the living room area, but if you have the door open on the main bedroom, it'll let heat come up into the bedroom area too. Back up here at the top, we are wired for solar panels. The solar panels are not on the trailer, and neither is the monitoring system, but it is wired for solar panels. Come down to the battery, push the battery button, shows you it's fully charged. To get an accurate reading on the battery, have the 110 line unplugged and it will tell you a true reading of the battery. Anytime it's plugged into 110, it's going to show you fully charged. Your freshwater tank, as it fills up, it'll show 1/3, 2/3 full. Black tank is your toilet water. It'll do the same thing, 1/3, 2/3 full. Gray tank, which will be your kitchen sink, your bathroom sink, and your shower water, fills 1/3, 2/3 full. First red button turns the water pump on between the faucets. The second red button is the gas side of the hot water heater. When you turn the red light on it, the little red light at the top comes on. It's going to run for about a minute. When the red light goes off, the hot water heater will go through two lighting processes to light on gas. First light switch turns your LED lights above the slide room on. Second light switch turns your LED lights on the awning. Big red or big black button down at the bottom on the left hand side runs the awning in and out. This one over here runs the room in and out. Switch down here at the bottom, dimmer switch, shows you exactly how to use it, turn it on and off. Press turns the lights on. Press the dimmer again and hold, and the lights will fade out. All the rest of the lights in the trailer have to be turned on by hand. They all have a little push button in the center of them. In the top drawer here, the little remote does the fireplace. The bigger remote does the stereo. There's two sets of keys to the trailer. One purple key does the front lock and deadbolt. The other 751 key does your outside compartments and your outside shower. Most important piece of paper in the trailer is this one right here. It has all your appliances in the trailer, manufacturer's name, model, and serial number on it. All the rest of the paperwork in the trailer is in the brown bag here. Microwave, the only thing I can tell you about the microwave, hit the clock button, set the time on it, 11:22. Hit the clock button again until the two center eyes is flashing. The reason I set the time on the microwave is I can tell if the trailer's lost 110 power coming to it or not. Light switch for the stovetop and a fan. For the fan to work properly, the two tabs on the outside have to be opened up, allows the vent to vent in and out. Glass stovetop folds up 2 times out of place. Little blue button on the right hand side turns the igniter on. Turn the heat. Lights all 3 burners up on top, and will light the oven in the bottom too. Turn to the pilot on position, hold the button down and hit the same striker that you light the top with, will light the oven. Blue light on the right hand side has to be on for any of the strikers to work. While we're standing here, I'll go ahead and show you. There is 2 panels on the side of the wall here for the hot water heater. Hot water heater's underneath the sink. 2 valves on the back of it are turned sideways, allowed it to make a loop. The panel on the side right here is for the water pump that pumps the water from the freshwater tank to the faucets. Also has a bypass on it that you can turn the handle in line with the hose and suck the antifreeze through the whole system of the trailer. On the top up here, refrigerator. The top setting on the freezer, you turn it to where it says colder and it will keep all the cold air up in the freezer. Turn it back to where it says cold and it will actually let the cold air come down into the refrigerator for the settings that you have it set on down here. And it does have an on and off button on the right hand side. When the door is closed, it does have a handle that comes over for traveling. We do have a carbon monoxide LP detector. On the thermostat here, we're going to hit the fan speed, comes on first, low and high. Cool, low, auto and high. One more for the heat. Dial your temperature up for the heat. Dial the temperature down for the air conditioner. Hit it one more time and it should stay off in the right hand corner. Is a light switch on the wall in the bathroom that turns the light above us on. We do have a 110 outlet, GFI outlet in here that protects all the 110 outlets. There is a single foot flush on the toilet on the right hand side. Trailer has been winterized. Hot water on the left side of the faucets, cold water on the right. Sliding door on it, slides open, clips into place. In the bunk area in the back, all the lights have to be turned on by hand. They all have little push buttons in the center of them. There is a USB port on each one of the bunks. There is a place on the cabinet over here for another TV, a 110 outlet to plug it into. Works off the park cable or the antenna on top. Bottom couch does butterfly into a bed. And you have a little cabinet space here for hanging clothes. Since this is a bedded area, it does have a fire escape window. All of them have to have fire escape windows. Breaker box. Breakers are marked on the left hand side from the top: main, AC, refrigerator, GFI, converter, microwave, and fireplace. On the car fuses on the right hand side, the first 4 of them are lights, furnace, refrigerator, LP detector, stereo, monitor panel, awning, power jacks, and slide room. Car fuses, most of them are 15s. Anytime one would blow, there'll be a red light on the right hand side of it that you can actually see through the front cover of the breaker box. Light above the table has to be turned on by hand. A little push button in the center of it. Each one of the benches, there's an extra little pillow for making up the sectional. Each one of the benches have a tote cover underneath them. The light switch above the couch has to be turned on by hand. Little push button in the center of it. Little side pillow comes off the couch. Couch will butterfly into a bed. Does have the 3 totes underneath the couch too. Lots of storage in the trailer. Storage is phenomenal. There is a place for a TV above the fireplace. Does have a working smoke detector in the trailer. Had carbon monoxide and LP on the wall. TV antenna booster. Green light indicates that it is in the on working position. You'll hook your cable to the bottom one. If you're hooked to satellite on the outside of the trailer, you can hook to the connection at the top. And you do have a 110 outlet for plugging it in. Another light switch on the wall. Turns the lights above the bed on. You have a USB port on either side of the bed. If you open the cabinet space in the front, there is a 110 outlet on either side in the cabinets. Do have a fire escape window in the master bedroom. Another place for a TV on the wall here. 110 outlet to plug it into, and a park cable antenna hookup only. There is a little storage up underneath the bed. 4 little totes. Does have the struts on the bed that holds it up into place, and then the back is your front compartment on the trailer. Since it has the 2 vents by the front door coming into it, doesn't have a vent in the bedroom. You have to open the bedroom door to get heat in here, but it does have an air conditioner vent in the ceiling for the AC. Bottom little cabinet over here is your clothes hamper. It is in your front compartment on the outside. The netted part we seen out there a while ago. Light switch turns the light off the wall, and that's about it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call.